Hello, everyone. This is your Captain Fantastic World speaking, welcoming you back to the HMS Fantastic Voyages II on the Sunless Seas beneath Lovecraft Country. Okay, so let's talk about how things are going here. So, we are currently in Port Barchez, and as our hold points out, that we are currently on two supplies, and that the shop says we can't buy anything. So we're going to have to book it to the next port. Speaking of which, I just realized by looking at this that we don't actually have the clay people. See, where do they go? Iron 5, engine power 250, goes to auxiliary, so we have to actually install it as if it was equipment. Now, what that means, of course, is we're going to need that extra power to get to the next port faster, so the food goes down, but the fuel will go down faster, and fuel is not really the issue. We have 15 of that. Also, we've got like linen, silk, souls, some dude, and the Luke core. All right, so we got stuff to do. First things first, going to the map, is that we are going to need to hit Apis Meat over here in Adam's Way. I'm kind of hoping they have food, otherwise we're in deep trouble, as the next place I know that has food is the Melting Isles. I don't think we're going to randomly start looking around for food. So maybe we'll kill a giant crab on the way or something. Anyways, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Well, this is actually quite appropriate for being in the British Navy. This era is desperately trying not to resort to cannibalism. Yes, it's a bit of a joke, but there was a cannibalism issues among the British Navy as supplies ran out because, ironically, the companies that were contracted by the Crown to supply their ships were highly corrupt, and they did things like have entire stocks of their supplies be like nothing but cans filled with rocks, which of course they charge the crown an enormous amount of money for, because that's just how empires work. The sacrificing the citizens for the profits of the 1%. And all right, Port Livingston, great. Livingston, I presume? And oh my god, I have dated myself with that. Yeah, with that F reference. But yeah, also take a look that we a calming tint to the waves. We're approaching Adam's Way, where flows the mountain's blood. Okay, that was our last supply, and we have regenerated our something will happen to us. Okay, I did check, by the way. I do in fact have the recent news, so we can dock fully with the Apis and see what the hell is going on in there. I don't think we need to use the bat, but whatever. Maybe we'll find something in the north. I didn't think so. Anyways, there we are. I believe there's the port. We'll head in, and we will see what we're going to see. Now, I may be breaking this recording up into small bits. I'm realizing that it's easier for me to prevent myself from getting too fast if I record these in smaller bites. So therefore, it's less likely for me to burn through all that text. All right, let's go. We are in Apis, finally. Also, the shop has food. Good, we need that. Also Foxfire candles and the coffee. Now the coffee, something I do want to deal with, but I don't know if it's cheaper here or over at the other port. It was 30 something over there. Well, I'm gonna play the odds. Anyways, what we're gonna do right off the bat is, we can sell the linen, get one of our cargo back and some money, and I'm all for that. So let's do that. All right, and we'll transport that into some supplies. I think we can get away with 2 supplies to get back to the port there. Or 3 supplies if you want to go back pick up the free food. All right, let's do 3 supplies, pick up the 3 food, and then hopefully that'll work. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. 4 supplies there. Okay, that was a lot. Anyways, let's get to license for mortal trade. Great. Okay, we have to. Right, this is it where they acquainted in volatile tradition governs entry. You must tell one of 3 stories. You will be permitted to spend a single day in port. A tale of the city recently followed. We got this with the recent news. Gracious are always eager for news from London. A new day. Is their interest strategic, or they just enjoy hearing about London's miseries? Regardless, they permit you to dock, so basically we hand it over in his favor. The day has just begun. In the town square, a yellow-robed priestess plants a seed in a bed of black soil. No sooner has she patted down the soil than a tiny shoot pokes forth. By mid-morning, it will be a sapling. By lunchtime, a budding tree. By the evening, then, it will be wither and fall. You must be back on your ship before then. The tree of a single day is a hopeful sapling. You have lost one recent news. Okay, to the south, the Elder Continent and 72 cornucopian kingdoms of the Presbyterate. Are the stories true? Rivers of honey, castles of ivory? Who can say? Foreigners, that's you, are forbidden from the interior. The closest manuscript get is Adam's Way, a shouting, feasting, thriving riot of a port. Yeah, by the way, this is actually from realistic, this is actually from Esoterica, which, what are the freaking odds when it comes to Alexis Kennedy? Because what happened is apparently there was a theory that in the continent of Africa, at the center of the world, was in fact John Priester's religious figure, basically second to Jesus, kingdom, with him sitting upon the throne and all is, sacred glory. The thing is, it's actually Ethiopia. No, because one of the things you don't know about Ethiopia is it has a long tradition of Judaism. Yeah, they have their own branch. They're the ones that had the most complete version of the Book of Enoch, which is about the Watchers, and the Nephilim, and the time before the flood, which were ruled by fallen angels and a cannibalistic hybrid giant kings. And no, I'm not kidding. You should look at the Book of Enoch. It's free online sometime. It's like really awesome, except for the middle part where somebody spliced in this whole travel log of wandering around an empty wilderness, being told parables by but what mountains mean by archangels. And no, I'm not kidding about that part. It's really just the beginning and the end that are the most interesting part of that one. But anyways, assist to the Ambience Hospital. Yeah, I don't think that we want to do that because that kind of sucked last time. Visit an exhibition at Presbyterate Carius. For the insignificant price of a single echo, the sober showman will show you the wonders of the elder continent directly at your feet. Listen to a storyteller. Ignore the gaudy entertainers. Well, the hospital thing I'm not through. Ooh, what we need here? We need a little problem, no more than 0. Okay, ignore the gaudy entertainments in time to defraud visitors. Pass the street hawkers, they will only tell you what you want to hear. Shun the traveling gossip, most of which is fabricated by the mythic office, the priester's propaganda. Adam's Way, a guest at the red table at 0. Adam's Way, the tree of single day. We only have 4 options. Oh, so you'll get a port, which is good. Sit by the tree of single day, let the hours pass. Why would I want to do that? Presbyterian adventurist. A tall woman in a salt-caked Royal Navy uniform is methodically shooting giant land snails off a chunk of fallen statue. You know what? Ooh, okay. First things first. I want to know who this person is. Then we'll come back with the storytellers. She lines up another shot. Okay. Engage an officer, a Presbyterian adventuress. An afternoon mumble, looking for a gunnery officer. I'd like to help you blow up monsters if you have me. The adventuress increases irons and veils. Okay. Cool. Welcome aboard. Oh, hello, Captain. Is this one of yours? I had to knock her about a bit. I didn't like taking orders from foreigners. Still, we're good friends now. The adventuress claps the black-eyed sailor on the back. Oddly enough, they do seem to be friends now. Appoint your new officer by dragging on. Oh, cool. All right, so let's continue. We'll get her in a bit. I do not want to lose that. We're going to listen to the storyteller. Okay. Climb the stairs cut into the hill. Sit at the foot of the bee-capped stone columns. They will shield you from the southern mountain heat. I think, bees supposed to be associated with God in some really old Judaic traditions about, them being the busiest workers. And it's the reason why Solomon said go to the ants, is a bee and ants are supposed to represent industry to chain to a central concept. They're queens, of course. Although a bit odd having matriarchy as an example of a patriarchy structure. Though originally both were balanced. I mean, there is a bride of God, Shira, listed right in the Bible themselves, listed, of course, by the people who go around and wipe out the entire religion because they're war gods. Followers. Yeah. Judaic tribes have some interesting history. The Presbyter is on verge of declaring the Dawn Machine a blasphemy, huh? London bureaucracy is riddled with children of thief of faces. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. An expedition of foreigners recently put to shore to the west, then went south in search of the garden. That's what I was talking about with Presbyter's garden. The Garden of Eden is supposed to be the center of Africa. They were discovered and given to the Red River. Okay. +1. We have 1 port report. Okay, so the hospital... Oh, the client has a task of modest scriptural significance. Catch a nut. The fallen ones are useless. If you know, just have between bow and ground. Okay, what we're going to do... This one has to be... Unlock this 2 and Adam's Way tree with no more than 3. You have 2. So we would have to try to grab it, then come back here. Tree of Life in a single day. This single has no more than 2. All right, so I'm going to have to grab this guy at this point, then hopefully go with this. All right, go for it. Client is a risk of moderate but scriptural significance. He's conducting interviews. He meets you on the balcony of a shoreside coffee house. His handshake is effusive. Does that mean light or... I have to look that up. His smile and cummerbund are broad. He urges you to squares of sticky black cloud, tiny glasses of black coffee sweetened with sprig of mint. Yeah, this is definitely coming from the Ethiopian mindset. Red River, I think, is also from that area too. During a different name now, but I trust you won't mind answering a few questions, he says, opening a notebook. To ensure we're on the same page, so to speak. The interview is scandalously personal. What business do they ask you things? Okay, 27% chance. You know what? We'll burn it. He blinks in surprise. Goodness, I must admit, I expected you to lie. Never mind, never mind. Knowing you as well as I do now. He studies the notebook, too embarrassed to meet your eye. I think we can do business. You now may accept the broker's commission in Adam's way. An occurrence. Your objective, the Amthliger broker's little problem calling is 100. He has a commission for you. You've lost one secret. The tree is flowering. All right. Catch a nut. Accept the commission. Has to be no more than 4. You now have 3. So we can... Oof. No more than 4. That means less than and equal to. We want the nut or the commission. Ooh, we got to make a thought here. All right, so we can only do this one shot. So let's grab the commission and then possibly the nut. Let's do it. Doing the pressful work are snuffers to children and lunderers, awful creatures, eat candles, steal faces, erasing them as a sacrament. An associate of mine recently found one in Port Carnelian, but before he could expose it, it disappeared. Maybe the sniffer got him, or perhaps one of the port's spies. The place... All right, too fast. Got it. Or snuffers to children's and Londoners. Awful creatures eat candles, steal faces, erasing them as a sacrament. Oh, good. Extermination. Lovely imperial work. An associate of mine recently found one in Port Carnelian, but before he could expose it, he had disappeared. Maybe the snuffer got him. Or perhaps one of the port spies. The place is stuffed with them. I know, I've got one myself. Your commission is to root out Port Carnelius' snuffer. Capture it, bring it back here. I'd like to ask it a question or two. He pops a fig in his mouth. Okay. And let's catch that nut rather than the exhibition. Matter of luck. Ah, the branch is too far, but the nut is too small, your hand is too slow. When it strikes the paved ground, the nut bursts into a brief, pointless life. Threadbare roots squirm out, groping for water. Desperate roots claw at the crack in the stone. It's no good. Your strength spent, the ground shoots, stiffens and expires. We have one lamentable... This is all of us one day, and we're up like in one withered. Okay, well, that's that. Attend to... Okay, to this... Ooh... Options may change as the day progresses. Attend a funeral feast, visit the exposition, or go to the hospital. Let's attend the funeral feast. Something awaits you. Guess the red table at 0. Let's do it. Curiosity. You move closer for a better look. Replete occupy loft. The replete must be a group of some occupy lofty positions in the Presbyterian's military. Despite their sanguinary past, they dine with the Prester and send their children to be educated at London's university. However, they maintain their tradition of eating their dead. Yep, that's an old African tradition, and as other tribals as well. Usually it's to keep making sure that the part of the soul, the person who is departed, remains with the tribe forever, but unfortunately it also has a bad tendency of passing on diseases, such as prions, which have unfortunate effects. Okay. The feasts are held in public. Here in the broad square stretches a splendid table. The departed was only a distant relative, some great aunt or a second cousin, and the atmosphere is jolly. Servants carry the deceased over in steaming joints cooked to perfect perfectness. A stately mourner stands and is already wobbly from wine. Shall I carve? Okay. Okay. Merely observe. Steal scraps from the table. I do not steal from funerals. Sit as a guest. Get as a guest of honor. I would need Kish 5. Let's just really observe. Gawk. A plummy anthropologist cranes her neck for a better view. This isn't normal here, you know, she tells you, noting your interest. The other nations the Presbyterians think they're crackers. Still, I bet the Prester finds them useful. The threat of imminent cannibalism must facilitate no end of diplomatic negotiations. Yeah, if you don't do what the ambassador tells you, they eat you. The salt cellar passes along the table. Napkins dab at mouth corners. The anthropologist is warming to her subject. I hear the practice began with one of their forebears who sailed into the far north. I may have to take a trip that way, see what it's like for myself. Gained 1 terror, 1 tailed terror, 1 memory of distant shore. 8. We need to sell some of those. Return to the day. Ships, we're done. Back to Z. All right. So, yeah. So I believe that our hold at this point is we're going to the port anyways. So, yeah. Cargo's decent at 20. We've got what we need for supplies and fuel at the moment. And fuel is okay. We can buy the same amount at the other port. And if we can make it to hell on that fuel, probably should just do that anyways. So the question is, do we need to really go get those free supplies? The only reason I would do so, pause, would be to grab the melting isles. Now that's still going to burn like 4 fuel for 6 supplies. Might do it. I might. I don't have to think about it. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to be doing this in bits and pieces, so hopefully it will slow me down when I do my talking. Please let me know if it's helped, okay? Okay, and now we are back. Okay, so we're going to leave Adam's Way, again, as a reference to John Priester and such, and pause the game. And right, so we do need to get to the Melting Isles, but we can actually take the northern route and go through here. Actually, I'm actually tempted to drop up Port Cecil. That's really out of our way. Because, or we could just grab here. Yeah, let's go to here. Pass through to Port Carnelian. How many more supplies do you think we need? But the Mangrove College, is it worth a couple fuel to get that much supplies? Probably. So we're going to head up the north and go through to here just to see what we can see, okay? May not be the smartest thing to do, but it's what we're going to do. And, you know, I tend to learn well from my mistakes. That's Gardner. We're going to take on to the starboard side in order to see what we're doing here. Yeah, Terra's got a nice thing to it, but we're planning on ending our particular voyage by going up to the surface, which burns off Terra like crazy. Hell, it's almost worth it just for that effect. Okay. Okay, so it's... Alright, hold. Don't hit the surface. There you go. You don't have to worry so much about it. Okay, so now we know something's here. If it gets hostile, we'll deal with it. Though my configuration is more for combat right now than it is stealth. Keep that in mind. Alright, discovered Isle of Cats. Well, it's a Kennedy thing, so yeah, it's going to be cats involved. No islands in range. Okay. So what the hell? Isle of Cats has nothing on it. Got a port, damn it. How? That bat is utterly useless. Utterly useless. So I guess we're not going to be as direct as I thought we were, but, you know... There's an island of cats. How can I bloody... Cats are sacred to both Kennedy and Lovecraft. How can I not stop here? Although the cats will just tip as prisoner until we pet them all. Port Cavendish. A scatter of yellow-lit honey dens and brightly painted alehouses. To the southeast rises the stone tower of Cavendish Abbey, its ramparts hung with crimson and gold banners. There are sailors from all across the Neath hauling cargo, dicing and brawling good-naturedly in the docks. The air carries the sound of sea shanties sung along with more enthusiasm and skill. I'm used to that. And the smell of roses edged with brimstone. A practical welcome. Welcome to the Isle of Cats, the wide-eyed dockmaster says brightly. Would you like to bribe me not to write down the details in this nice official ledger? 5 key to the Cage Gardens and Pirate King's Notice. Sell sunlight. Ooh, can we buy one of those boxes we need? Help the daughter locate her mother. Okay, learning about maybe daughter's quality gives you 2% chance of success. First things first, let's deal with the pilot port. You spend half a day observing the docks and note an astonishing number and variety of ships. Was that a Countertite Triman type of vessel? Nestled along the vessel from the Iron Republic, the dockhands complain loudly that they have never been busier. The cartels talk ceaselessly and carelessly about smuggling and piracy. But even the most hardened sailors lower their voices when they mention the king. They go even quieter when they talk about the Rose Garden. You make careful notes. Perhaps the admiral will understand what they mean, even if you don't. Okay, so first things first, let's bribe them. You gained 1 minute, suspicion to Tulo. We hand over coins, and she tips you a sharp smile before waving to the nearest alehouse. The entire process is straightforwardly corrupt and pleasantly efficient. 5 echoes and gained 1 minute, suspicion at level 2. Sufficient tokens. The alehouse sign is a tiger painted in the color of rose petals. Someone has gone to great trouble and expense to gild the creature's eyes. They look out over the port, feral and unseeing. A caged hive of lamplighter bees hangs from the ceiling like a chandelier. A few sailors give you a hard mouth, assessing looks, but most ignore your presence entirely. Significant tokens. The caddies all wear a pair of amber stones threaded around their necks or painted to their collars. Clandestine doings. A whispered conversation, the clink of coins, and exchange of goods. Religious observations. Is that a crimson-veiled nun? But what sort of nun in a place like this? I want to talk to the nun. A mellifluous sister, of course, she responds, performing a complicated negotiation behind veil, thick gloves, and a glass of mushroom wine. You ask what one of those is, and she says, I'm glaring at you beneath this blooming veil. You act appropriately cowed, and the mellifluous sister thaws a little. We are beekeepers and honey harvesters. Bees are sacred here, we have noticed that. The cattle owe their prosperity to us, and the pirate king too. She slurps the last of the mushroom wine behind her veil, and the barkeep glides over to refill her glass, eyes respectfully downcast. Oh, that's cool. Clandestine doings? The merest taste. You turn your head as though you're admiring one of the moldering draperies hung from the wall. A vial flashes in the buyer's trembling hands. He uncorks it, pours a few drops of thick red liquid down his throat. The vial drops to the floor. When you look back up, he is gone. You blink and look around. Nobody else seems to least perturbed that a man disappeared from their midst. You pick up the fallen vial and examine the traces left inside. Stickly honey, gleaming with redness entirely unlike blood. So this is where you can get the blood honey that they've been looking for. Significant tokens. Cat's eye, one of them says, for the Pirate King. So the Pirate King's a cat. Awesome. As far as you can gather, the Pirate King's name's Leopold, and he controls all the trade on the island. Half the caddies believe he can take the form of a crimson tiger and creep into the dreams. Maybe. The other half suspect, more parasitic, that he simply eats those who displeases him. Well, that happens. We have learned all we want to learn here. Okay, laws of the land. The barkeep stops you before you reach the door and hands you a brooch set with 2 amber stones. He waits impassively until you pin it to your clothes. Everyone wears the cat's eyes here, he tells you, moving aside to let you pass. Just a friendly reminder the Pirate King is always watching. You now have Isle the Cat. The Pirate King's notice qualities at 1. It seems that no place then is truly lawless. The Honey Tongue, both brothel and honeydew, run by somebody the caddies refer to as the King's Claw. Yeah, we have Pirate King's Notice 1, Cavendish Abbey, where we can talk to the sisters. We cannot buy 600. Oof. We need the key to the cage guard. Sell sunlight. Well, let's do this first. Isle the Cats is. No luck. But oh dear me, do you happen to know someone has picked my pocket? She clutches happily. I never noticed a thing. Fingers like spider hatchlings. She rolls a coin between her fingers, so I tracked him down and congratulated him. And he bought him a drink, and one thing led to another. Now he's asleep upstairs in the Rose and Tiger, and I'm down here with his purse. Would you like some money? It's so much more fun, money. She began to realize how drunk she must be. Anyways, no luck, but we'll find her. I can find anyone. She tries and fails to snap her fingers. I was like that when I was young. Can do it now, however. Learning about Maybe's daughter 10 failed in challenge. You searching for the mother of Maybe's daughter. Your chances will improve with every port you search, whether Isle Cats, Iram, the collection at Con's Shadow, Port Carnelian, or the surface port of Naples. Your Maybe Isle Cat quality is gone. You've gained 100 echoes. Oh, well, it's worth something at least. Alright, so either Cavendish Abbey or the brothel. This will get rid of some terror. We might want that. Brothel and Honey Den, run by caddies referred to as King Claws. Entering the brothel is like sliding into the dream of a surface orientalist. Jewel-embroidered cushions, bright silk drapes, gilded statue of elephants, sun bears, and clouded leopards. Silver censers release curling plumes of rose-scented smoke into the air. The courtesans, and red-lipped and coal-smudged, when you catch their eye, they smile back at you with professional interest. Your actions will attract the Pirate King's notice. You need 5 times the character notice to gain an offer from a patron. Cannot meet with the King Claw, because we do not have patronage. You ask what Runny Honey is. You know, of course. Only particulars may have slipped your mind. Confront a Z-captain, weeping in gently into a bosom. We don't have 60 fragments. Swap tales with the honey smuggler. Few rousing Z stories should loosen his tongue about the mysterious Pirate King. Let's ask what the honey is first. One of the nearby courtesans' eyebrows lift infinitesimally, but his replies is practiced. Yes, that's correct. Courtesans come in both, well, many varieties, I assume. Not only is, shall we say, non-binary an option here, but also is non-human. But his reply is practiced. When lamplighter bees suck the nectar of the crimson strain of the exile's roses, they are driven to madness. They enter the brains of humans and harvest their memories. He shudders as though imagining the process himself. Those memories are installed in red honey. Each sip is a burst of memory in the tongue. Notice that memory is also a power in Cultist Simulator and Book of Hours. We all can see where, Kennedy gets his ideas, but the idea that mind itself, that memory itself is an essence that can be harvested and distributed, that's actually a death concept. Remember, that's what we do back in the DLC for Ghoul and Cultist Simulators, that we literally devour other people for their other essence of entities, human and otherwise, for their memories, and then we paint them. Yeah. Y'all going to wonder about Kennedy? He shuddered. Okay. Deliciously awful, isn't it? Okay, so we gained 1 terror. Of course we had. Okay, swap tails with a honey smuggler. 5 sea stories. Let's do it. You, you, You touch your cat's eyebrow, and the sea captain chortles. The Pirate King is watching you. Indeed he is, though not many see him these days. The people you want to watch out for, the King's Claw and the Lady of the Gardens. The Claw makes sure everyone keeps in line on the island, and the Lady, well, she's the keeper of the Cage Gardens, where they extract, He seems to remember himself all of a sudden, blanches. I forget I said any of that, will you? Okay, we gained 1, so we're at passing awareness for the Pirate King, and we lost 5. That. Can't meet him yet, but we can actually back up now, and... How do we leave? Perhaps not. Oh, there we go. All right. So, Cavendish Abbey. Let's go talk to somebody. Can't buy a shipment yet because we don't have the key to the Cage Gardens. Crimson-clad mellifluous sisters patrol at ramparts and tend to the hives of lamplighter bees. The mellifluous sisters make their home in the richly appointed stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. Their thick gloves and crimson mesh helmets are worn less for modesty and more for practicality. They tend the hives of the lamplighter bees across the isle, and they make religious observations of harvesting red honey for the Pirate King. You'll need to attract 5. Cannot talk to the Lady of the Garden. We do not have that. Gossip with a novice. Elemental relic. We've got that. She could. She tells you really use a elemental relic. Fuel for the bee. Okay, use 5 fuel. We have 10. Let's actually gossip with the notice. And the abbess requires recent news. We'll keep that in mind. She is only a lowly recent novice and barely even inducted into the lower aphic mysteries. Still, she has some useful information to impart. The recent destabilization of the red honey trade elsewhere has been fortuitous for the Isle of Cats. Honey production can barely meet demand, and the abbess and the Lady of the Gardens are having some kind of dispute over staffing of all things. Your antics intrigue. We have 20 fragments. Now we also can give fuel. Can we buy fuel? Really should check that out. We can. Good. Good. Let's get back into the Abbey. We'll burn it when necessary. Literally. Okay. The sister tells you that the Pirate King went to the Abbey Rock 50 years ago and asked the abbess to send some of her novices to Port Cavendish. You ask why, and she shakes her head. The better question is, why did the abbess send her precious novices to a place like this? You suggest a hefty bribe or perhaps coercion. The sister cackles harshly. The sisters of the Rock respect strength of arms, of which the Pirate King knew only too well. He challenged the abbess to a duel and then won. She didn't have much choice then. She cackles again. Or ask our abbess if you don't believe me. She was one of the very novices sent from across the sea. We gained 1 Isle Cat, Antiques Intrigue, 5 fuel, and gained 60 fragments. Okay, so we need to back up. We need to buy some fuel on the way out. The Abbey, Sell Sunlight, and the Honey Tongue. So I don't think we've got anything else we can do here at the moment. We can. 60 fragments. Comfort a Z Captain. Let's do it. They're all tending to the gardens now, she wails, and begins to weep again. My poor crew, you wait to hitch in the sobs and inquire further. It is a slow, delicate matter drawing answers out of her, but you are nothing if not perseverant. It seems that her crew is conscripted by the Lady of the Gardens, and that the duties are something far worse than horticulture. You leave her reciting the names of her sailors and commend them to Salt's mercy. Salt, by the way, is one of the memories in Book of Hours, and it's actually quite appropriate for gaining skills. So this one indicates that salt is actually to preserve memories of other people that we consume for ourselves. And you think the Book of Hours was a nice cosmic horror story? There are no nice cosmic horror stories. All right, meeting with the King's Claw. The Claw gives us we can amaze. Okay, cool. We can do it. Let's talk. Claw keeps a suit in the Mesa quarters above that. All right. The King's Claw tells you to call them Ivory. They are dressed in azure silk and wearing clawed rings of enamel, metal, and ivory on the fingers of their non-binary right hand. They are very beautiful if you like them sharp and glittering and ambiguously gendered. You have caught the interest of the Pirate King, and therefore my interest as well, they say, fixing you with an amber-eyed gaze. You seem capable enough, and I have need of a capable friend. You have never too many friends underneath. You may only have one patron on the island. Choose well. Which one do we want? Do we want her, or do we want the abbess? The abbess actually intrigues me. So let's actually talk to Cavendish Abbey and see if this works. The Lady of the Gardens offer. Her name is Zarya. You should use it. Intriguing. We have not yet met, have we? No, that is definitely the first time, but the Lady of Cages shakes her head sharply. Best to proceed as if it's the first, don't you think? Non-linear. We did this before in Secret World, which one of the main characters at the end in Tokyo is literally living in nonlinear time due to an artifact from a previous age. And starts talking to us if they knew us for well a long time, and then whoops says, "Oh wait, we need to do this in a linear time." Hello. It's actually kind of fascinating. Everybody thinks she's crazy. A veil of gold mesh obscures only her eyes, leaving her glistening, bitten lips bare. Perhaps 100 small silver keys jangle in a bunch at her left hip. I think we should be friends. I'm very important, you know, or I was. No, still am, she pauses. Yes, I'm quite sure I still am. Okay, so honestly, I kind of like... Oh, it's your grandmother, though. I kind of like her a little better because she's more mysterious. So we're going to go with her this time around. You should come back last Tuesday for another little chat. She pauses and huffs. No, that's not quite it. Come back soon, another time. Pick a good one. There are enough of them. Should probably dismissal. Okay, so we have taken her patronage. When you enter, the Lady of Cages is sitting on the windowsill staring out of her gardens. On the deck is an open casket. There are 10 gliding vials of red honey carefully packed, freshly harvested from the mellifluous sisters. Touch them. Go on. They're still warm from the honey spinner. Zyra turns to you. They are for the merchant venture over at London. You'll take them for me, won't you? Unless you already have. No, clearly not. Your cardly screenshot smuggling red honey. If you change your mind, you can always turn the shipment over to the Admiralty. What do we have for our hold? All right, so we do this. We're going to have to basically go directly back to the London, and we're already smuggling the damn thing, so... Huh. Oh, boy. I'm too efficient for my own good. I really am. Hang on one second. We're going to accept. You're smuggling prescribed with cargo. Say hello to the merchant venture for me, won't you? He was such an awful child. Zyra's lips curved into something like a smile. I drank the memories of someone that went to school with him. You must make more sound because she gives you a little shrug. I'd like to know my business partners. It was Leopold's idea, of course. He's very thorough. Smuggling red honey 2K. Smuggling. Okay, there we go. Where the hell? Okay, so this unfortunately completely messes. Wait, where's our prescribed cargo? They're not going to kick in until we leave. All right. So the vials don't actually weigh anything? Is that what's going on here? Oh, good lord. There's too much. Yep. Vials of red honey. Too dangerous to be properly legal. It's cautious taking it to London. Should have gotten that secret compartment. Okay, everybody, we're going to, like, bring our veils up when we get back. Oh, dear gods, we have a lot of problems. Okay. So you know what we're doing? We're probably going to have to take off next. All right, so we're paused. Let's get our mapping going. Yeah, we want to get to the Melting Isles because we want to get the extra food, but we're going to have to buy some fuel to get there, unfortunately. Maybe head over the Fathom King's Hold, then down to Port Cornelian. So, yeah, we keep complicating our lives. We really, really do. Anyways, again, like before, I am recording this in fragments, so I will catch you on the next end. It seems to be working, I think. I think I did a little more coherent this time around. Please. Okay, so now we're back on this next section, and I am thinking we need to do a little bit of judicious resupply. We're going to have to replace the fuel that I consumed in order to be able to get the favor of the island's lord to be able to ship an incredibly dangerous material, but we're also low in supplies. So what we're probably going to do is head over to the shop. We're going to buy, fuel's expensive. We're going to buy 5 fuel just to be safe, but we're going to go grab the mangrove's 6 supplies in order to prevent that from becoming an issue. So let's go. And the mangrove is over here, if you check the map. Yeah, we're almost a direct run. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can not use the light while we're within the lit zone of these buoys, so to speak. That should hopefully let us at least eke out a slightly more efficiency without getting too much terror. Yeah, I can see terror is rather high at the moment. So what's probably going to happen is that we are going to lose all of that by going to the surface at the end of this. That's the plan anyway. So we all know how plans work out, right? They always work out awesome sauce. I mean, it's not like I'm carrying a substance which, if I'm caught, may end up in being summarily executed. Oh yeah, by the way, Z-Bat me, baby. At least I got some more fragments. And there's no islands, so yeah, I guess we're just collecting geographic landmarks for our map. Oh well. Worth fragments. It's worth fragments. Okay, so that's going to guarantee that we... Ooh. Are you going to be a problem? Yes, yes you are, aren't you? You're not a problem anymore. Ooh, 2 supplies, 1 fuel, and a cache of curiosities, which is more prisoners' honey. Okay. Okay, so supplies are no longer now a huge thing. Let's do a quick pause, take a look. Okay, 9 fuel, 4 supplies, and yeah, cargo's... We're not going to be running a lean ship at this point. That was a quick kill. I believe this is mangrove. Nope, we're to the south of it. Alright, so we'll head... We'll actually make a quick type, and let's turn the ship... Let's turn the ship off and head to the college. Well, they were pirates, so I guess we were okay with killing them. I mean, that's how I'm going to justify it. Discovered a pirate frigate from the Sea of Autumns. 20 fragments gathered. Oh, we get fragments for finding them, too. Great. Alright, I know everybody wants some fresh fruit, or fresh fungus, I guess, what we eat. A lot of fruit outside of autumn. I mean, just being able to sell that fruit from autumn would make us pricey. Okay, we're just going to grab the surprise, and that's only 2. Oh, well. Enough, I think. Unlock the mysteries of the lands, mysteries of the sea. Give me some fragments. 7. Okay, these items will be converted to a secret. I've got so many, I don't have to worry about that. And this one would be 77 fragments and 7 Z stories, which I do not have. 2. And compile the port report, because we always do that. And gain another supply. Forgot about that part. Yeah. Guess we're done here. Quick launch. A quick in and out, but we got what we needed. That's pretty much going to guarantee that we are going to be heading over to the Fathom King, which means we're not going to be going through any new territory, mind you, but we won't be in a problematic zone. And if you really have to use all the fuel that we get, we will head over to Hell in order to be able to restock. Speaking of which, I got to figure out which one of these. I think I'm going to put some points into mirrors since I've got the Carnelian Exile here. We'll do that when we hit port. And then pages. I don't have anybody who can give me more pages, which sucks. The song of the Drowndies lies shivering sweet along the wind. Do not let our crew off this ship. Get there. Learned that the hard way. But, you know, every mistake is a learning opportunity. Oops. Ignore the synthetic slave labor we have going on in the engine room there. That's what golems are, synthetic beings, and they're being forced to work. No wonder they're taking to the ship and they're raiding us. They're pissed off. It's an early robot revolution. Alright, so we will go below. First, the port report, because that's going to be a lot of port reports. We'll descend. We have 2 stories, and we lost 1, and then we're going to ask a boon. I do want to do this at some point, but we can only do one or the other. We gained 5 fuel. Huh? Oh, remember me with its vapors. Cool. The reason he's so kind to us, by the way, is he's going to get us all in the end. That's just what death gods are like. They've got all the time in the world, and you don't. I think what I'll do is I'll head around the other side and possibly get some new material. Might have to, given the terror level, also stop for tea when we get there. It's not going to cost a hell of a lot. Yeah, by the way, the terror decrease for the clay city we were in, when the Clayborn live, is so low because the stuff made out of clay that we used to drink out of is also sentient. That just can, you know, squick some people out. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get a quick look at what you can see here. Probably isn't going to be any island in there, but you never know. Didn't think so. But like I said, we're going to scratch some off. Oops. Okay, don't want to go... Wait, there's two vortexes. Wow. That's unfair. Should have decreased speed for a tighter turn. The hell is that? Why am I thinking I don't really want to know? Yeah, we're not going in that direction, thanks. Yeesh. Now I know why I'm not going in that on the right side. Get around. Are you serial? Somebody just gets sucked in by the vortex. No, it looks like they're actually intact. Wow. Crowded, suddenly. Of course, we're the bigger ship, so he's running from us, I think. Or is it just random pathing? Probably just random pathing. Flies are a bit low. Just like keeping him in my 12. The fish thing can live too. Okay, I guess it's sunk. Good reason not to go into whatever that is. It looks like it sunk that ship. Except, can we actually get past this? Or is that just, that's volcanic. So it's an atmospheric effect. It's not actually an issue. Huh. This should be interesting. Anyways, let's go see if we can do our coffee run. Right then. Dock us up. Okay, first things first, grab. Maybe daughter's search for her mother. This one's a slender lead. She's been seen wearing sapphires. The daughter shrugs. This is where sapphires come from. Look, were you headed this way anyways, weren't you? Weren't you? Alright, 4% chance, but let's do it. No luck. She hasn't been here in forever. I don't think she's coming back. That's one port eliminated. I did find to pick up some sapphires here and there. Learning about improved chances, maybe port quality, and we get one casket of... You're just picking up more and more stuff. Yeah, okay. Let's just get the port report and visit. Yeah, okay. 20 echoes gets us what again? 5 terror. It's not a bad trade-off, but it's something. Yeah, find out what your spies need. Find the Evoker's Breath Snuffler. He wants it captured alive. Interesting. Mobilize your network. 45% chance, 18% chance, 10%. Now this one's... Let's back up. Let's back up and go. Tackle. See if we can increase our network. Alright. Prince Affairs. Snuffler seek intelligence. Find out. Pan for sapphires. 39% chance. Find out what spies need. Okay. Addition to a tiger's library. Unlock with material. Seek an opportunity. Oh well. Have any... Yeah, okay, so... Right. We might want to... Let's give it a shot now and see if we can do it again. Hopefully it's not just one shot. Only have one chance. Okay, very chancy. Demolition theory. No sooner you issued a code instructions than your agent disappears. The Snuffler infiltrated your own network. Wow. Okay, we gotta be careful with that. Okay, so... Yeah. Poses a meeting. High risk, 23% chance. Let's switch over to officers. There's hearts. Either of them... No, that brings me hearts -1. Heart 6. The problem is we got hearts 6 over here. Heart 6. Iron, yeah, I don't have a lot of compassion, apparently. Well, why not? That's 1. Nope. 24% chance that we could lose more, unfortunately. And we're already at 2. Nope, let's not do that. And let's switch back to, not I talk to him, I think he bites us. You know what? We've been kind of in a... Let's do this one, mirror some pages. Just because I've got thoughts. Alright, so, yeah. Not having a great trip. Okay. Yep. It's not, we can't, we have to come back and do it again. Yeah, the Snuffler has messed us up. Not doing great as a spy master. Yeah. I guess we're just here to buy stuff. Right. We need to get 10 of these. Now, gold has... Yep, this won't be a problem here, which is the fuel we're going to need is going to be the problem. We have to do some selling. We don't have a lot. You're obviously not going to sell anything here. But, yeah. Let's grab this. Grab 10 of these. That's an investment, and we will see how that works. We're also going to need some fuel, I think. And we might as well... supplies is probably going to be like the cheapest place for a bit. That's more than enough to get us to hell. So yeah, we're going to need 22 though, which is going to be interesting. Whew, maybe we can pull this off. Maybe we can't, but we're at least trying. And I do not believe that I have a casket of sapphires I can't get rid of. Oh, anyways, I can get rid of them, but I don't want to sell them. Anyways, go to hell. Definitely don't want to be around those birds. That place looks messed up, and I'm seriously messed up. I'm gonna head over to Geode next, I think. At the very least, we can go as soon as we avoid whatever that is. I feel like getting into pointless conflicts. Pointed conflicts, yes. Pointless, no. Behemoth, Behemoth mustache. It's no. I'm not dealing with that. Yeah. It's best that we don't deal with it. We don't have to. Okay, Geode's down to the south here. Let's clear it out. Make a tight turn. Port report's gonna be like half our profit. Okay, compile a report. Defense against sunlight for Aestival, of course, but we'll need our usual consideration to do the work. And it won't be easy. We need a giant grant source from your colonnade and a particular insight, a very particular insight. From the Eater of Names, dear colonnade, a dread surmise can be assembled by alarming scholar from 7 searing enigmas. How many enigmas do I have? Yeesh, we got a lot to work with here. Oh, good God, we have so much to do. Vital intelligence. We don't have the supplies, though. Element of Dawn, which we need for this. Right? Yep. We're going to need to get our frigate at least to do this, but stuck to authority. We've lost 5 terror, gained 1 memory of distant shores. That's all. 1 circles and chains is higher than 1. Delight, it's pretty. Okay. Yeah, we got a lot of memories. Okay, well, I guess we're done here. I don't think we have anything we can purchase, and let's launch. I think something just crawled underneath our ship, but it didn't attach to it, so that's the important part. Definitely can't pick up anything else. If I'm looking at this, yeah, the hold is going to be iffy if we can pull this off. And we're entering a fog bank. Great. Might be able to avoid it if we stay close to Castle Clare, which is an actual castle, by the way, so I guess the bats took that place too. Rather foggy today. Probably going to end this particular point when we get to hell, and then I'm gonna make some serious thoughts about our next move, considering the amount of the contraband we're holding, the random crap that's in the back of the stuff, kind of messing up my supply run idea. But we'll get there. We'll figure it all out somehow. After all, we're safe. We're in hell. And when you're in hell, there's nowhere else to go down. You've already hit bottom. There's no need to keep digging. Ah, God. Alright, then. Okay, so from here I'm going to be doing some, lovely, lovely picture there. From here I'm going to be doing some thinking, and I will, like with Book of Hours, get back to you when I have all my planning complete. And we are back. Okay, so I forgot to put the gain back on the microphone, which is why it probably sounded really soft there for a little bit. Anyways, one of the reasons why I do this in fragments now is that if I make a mistake, it's not going to take up the entire episode if I catch it in time. Okay, so we've got a problem. I've been going over the numbers here, and we're going to need at least 22 fuel in order to get up to the surface, and we have 3. Excuse me. Thought we had 4. Yeah, there we go. Making sure we weren't going forward in time. So, yeah. 14... The hell. Anyways, so 15 plus that is 18, which means we will not have enough to be able to get to the surface, which need 22. So it's what I was kind of hoping for. What we can do is, well, first of all, let's see if we can actually lose some of this. First, the file report. Yeah. Port report lost 2 pages. Wow. Parliament Fly is open, gain 1 tail of terror, 1 tail of mystery shore. Oh, God. We lost 2 pages? I'm getting dumber. I have no way of resetting this either. I don't feel that great about that. Alright, this is obviously like a huge gun, but we need 7 ivory and 12 bone dice. It's quite possible we could pick it up in London. We may want to change it out and... it will cost you so much, but the weapon, oh, the weapon. Take it, kill with it, I don't know how much damage you can do. Ammunition will be so expensive. Ooh. I mean, I don't want that yet either. Let's check out the Parliament of Flies. Gained 1 terror, gained 1 fragment. Okay. So, the shop. Now, yeah. Problem is that we do not... Shintalak, romantic literature, judgment egg. I have not... What the hell? Judgment's egg? Well, we know how to get it. That's good. And dread surmise, we only have... how many do we even have? According to our hold, probably... What is our searing? Actually, that will tell me which one it is. That's that big light thing. The candle. Oh, God, it's... Yeah, we only have 1. So, yeah, we need, like, lots of them. Alright, so... Shops. Huh. Can't sell anything, so odds are what we should do is just top off our fuel, then head back to London and just cash in everything. That would produce enough cash to basically decide to do a single loop, to basically go down, buy, copy, come up with nothing but fuel and probably the flute core, because we're not selling that shit yet. Yeah, put it together. It's so weird that we can buy a Judgment's Egg, and I don't even know what it's used for. Spores of Strange Gods. Ish. It's so strange. Anyways, like I said, let's just buy the fuel we need. Let's see, buy 10. And then, yeah, I think maybe we should just go with that because we don't have much for cash left. So we'll pop up there, hit London, and the guests decide what we're going to do with our lives. All right, so let's launch. Oof. Thing was, it was kind of couldn't do that, the whole run to, how do I put this? Couldn't do run to the surface quite yet. We will be able to, of course, try it again when, like I said, we have just a dedicated run. I don't know if we'll be able to pull this off this episode, but we will pull it off. Yeah, Adam's Doom. Well, you know, I thought that was Lilith, but hey. So essentially what we would do is we'd take the fuel we have, go down to the Port Carlinian, Get as much coffee as we can. Now, the question is, we don't actually have to go to the port. We could just refill, obviously, after we dump off our stuff and then come back. That is actually not a bad idea. Because we'll hit Gennady Harbor, and then we will get that port report for a quick 5, and then head up to London. Kind of suckage, but... Oh, looks like the fog is rolling in. Gennady Harbor. There we are. Yeah, Terra's gonna be, like, off the fucking scale. Oh, God. So I was hoping to be able to get up the stream, so to speak. So, yeah. We might even consider getting the fuel, since it only costs 2 perch more from London, than running back here. Staging area. Listen for surface gossip. One vision of the surface. Vendor blight. Huh, we could always do that. Other information. Feng Shui port report. And we cannot travel to the surface. Alright, so let's launch again. I do not know if we actually stop by the Abbey, but I don't think it's worth trying. We're not going to stop at Quaker's Haven. Although I'm kind of curious what happens if you run out of refugees, because it said you can only do it twice. We're certainly not going to go there for a port report, so it's straight to London at this point. Decisions to make. We have a lot of secrets, so we have to decide if we're going to pump them in. I'd like to pump them to pages, but I don't have anyone that can actually convert to pages. Oh boy. Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? No? Smart choice. Came on me real fast there. It can happen out there at the ocean. Strange things happen out there in the ocean. You never know where you're going to be finding. Oh, monsters coming out from the deep, pirates trying to kill you, or maybe some sort of fungus settles into your lungs and makes you its slave. Alright, so... yeah, this is going to be brief. Yeah, I think we all saw that coming. Yeah, it seems to be a problem. Okay, dissect it for knowledge or butcher for supplies. That just reduces hunger. We're not super into that right now. So, succeeded. Gained 25 fragments. Excellent. Dissection. Cool. Restless nights. Inquire about dreams. Third failed in challenge. Gained 1 terror, but 10 fragments. Quaker's Haven. Oh god, I'm so tempted. Let's just see what happens. I know I shouldn't do this, but curiosity keeps driving me into bad situations, and frankly, it's at least been amusing to some degree. I mean, according to my numbers, this series is popular enough. Alright, so, let's see what we got. Attempt to dock, smuggle refugees, lead a rescue attempt. Veils. Huh. Well, what I can do is we can go to the officers. Let's grab Chief Engineer, I believe you. Yep, Veils 8, Veils 6. Actually, no, you are better off. Okay, first officers, Veils 3, that'll do. Veils, do we have any Veils? Iron 3, Part 6. Alright. And 3 Veils 3, there we go. Replace the gunnery officer. There we go, now let's try it. 60, got it. Oh god, be prepared to life for lifeboat. A Cargadian lookout blows his whistle. It shrieks like a surface board sighting its play. Troops in the shore. You can hear the screams of the throwing engine roaring. Uh-oh. Try again, you may have better luck. Yeah, well, we're out of here. Sorry. Crisis phenomenon. We seem to be making everything worse. I mean, let's face it, the rats are probably worse off than when we started them. We got their core, but they keep losing people. Good lord. I mean, we're just shooting them at this point. Forward weapon and fire. We're just killing them at this point. Dissect it for straight up 25 fragments. Alright, cool. That cannon has made me a bit cocky. Not that I'm doing it wrong, mind you. Just, used to worry about those crabs, and now we're just blowing them out of the water. Blood on the wind? Yeah, we just shot a freaking crab. Oh boy. This could be problematic. Let's hope the tax people aren't there, or we could be in deep doo-doo. I need the secret compartment to do all this. Hide your cargo. No laws against the red honey in London, but it won't stop the ministry from seizing it if they kind. Uh-oh. Encouragement. Fail. The adjuster covers your shipment with ill-concealed glee. She confiscates it swiftly for destruction. She puts a thick black mark against your name in her ledger and demands a stiff fine. You can only hope your patron of the Isle of the Cats is the understanding sort. Yep. That's that. We're getting the secret compartment. Terror is always reduced to 50 and returned to London if it's higher. However, your terror was high, you might suffer nightmares later. Collect messages. Something has changed. Someone wants to sign off. Someone's to sign on. Alarming Scholar invited her to call him at the university. The blind abuser is here. Abuser. Probably, but I don't want to say that out loud. You have one of this in the... Oh, gods. It was a day. We lost so much. Ugh. Yeah, we're going to take all of the money we get from the Admiralty. And by the way, I'm going to point something out to everyone. Remember how our first officer wears glasses to avoid being seen as glowing eyes that betrays her as a child of the light, as it were? Yeah. The Admiral's got the same sunglasses. We know that there's a naval ship down there. Yeah. The voracious diplomat, I'm afraid, the voracious diplomat is probably with the Bazaar, and the Admiral's probably with the Dawn Machine. Which... gods. We ended up terrible on that. Oh, gods. Well, at least one of the big things is we didn't have any money to steal. Alright, so the vital intelligence. We can actually generate that. One of you told me that. Okay. Pass on strategic information? No. What we're going to do is we're going to submit our damned ports. Gods. Let's go. See how much we got. Oh, wait. How much in the hold do we have? Space do we have? 27. So we can get 13 more fuel without an issue. That will take care of a lot of stuff. What we want to do, actually, is we want to sell some shit. Supplies, fuel, stacks, double bone dice. There we go. Stygian ivory. We could actually go down there and get that if we wanted to. Let's consider it. Probably all worth one supply. Maybe we'll do the run on the... The run on the... Yeah, let's just sell the sapphires. It's quick 90. Run on the surface first. Okay. The prisoner's honey. Yeah, we need space. And the bolts of spider silk. Yeah, we're not getting a huge amount for these, but it's stuff. And, they didn't steal our cargo, which is good. Yeah, we could buy... Yeah, they sell them for 8 a piece as opposed to... a profit a piece as opposed to 42. No thanks. Okay, the Crate of the Human Souls is only going to be lost at 3, and frankly, it's not getting me anywhere. So yeah, cargo's up to 23. Now that's important because what we're going to do is we are going to go back to the Admiral, and then we are going to pass on the port reports. That's going to give us the fuel we're going to need. Godfall, pirate monks. Honestly, I have no idea what we're supposed to do about pirate monks. What are they up to? 30 echoes, 1 favor, surveyed Godfall, 1 fuel, new total 9. Shepherd's Isle, present as unsubstantiated hearsay, 10 echoes. Eddies, we'll call them Eddies. Y'all, happy you probably played Cyberpunk 2077 by now, which, by the way, Cyberpunk 2077 is actually cosmic horror, and I am not being facetious about that. It is cosmic horror. It has cosmic horror elements. Mike Pondsmith has literally said there's supernatural elements to it, although he won't come out and openly say it now. Although all that's now been channeled into AIs, essentially being dark gods, which I fully approve of because they're dark gods barely being held by a corrupt institution like Delta Green or Netwatch, if depending which world you're talking about, that will bring about the end of the world as brought in. Yeah, that's fucking cosmic horror. That's cosmic fucking horror. You might be digital, but it's just evil. As far as you're human, they want to come in and eat you, and the only defense might be a formerly human AI that is rapidly losing their humanity. Okay, I'll go over that sometime. Nuncio, yeah. Yeah, we're slowly bringing ourselves back up. 30 echoes. The Canal. Quick 5. Iron Republic. Guts. Yeah, you burned it. You gained 4 terror. Gained 4 fragments. And another fuel. Wait. Let's get the port reports going, okay? Mangrove. 1 fuel. 50 echoes. Isle of Cats. Gained 1 favor. Yes, well, we did rather know about his rose gardens. Not good news. They're prospering, though. Really should have nipped it in the Yami bud. Then trading with the Carnate, like with the Iron Republic. Bother, I may have to have a meeting about this. Oh, God. When we go back and talk to her, she's going to be upset. Probably charge us a lot of money, too, for the lost goods. She may have, in fact, set that up so that we'd be in debt to her. Luckage. Anyways, life goes on. Polythene, the king with 100 hearts. Very useful fellow. Without your exports, I'd be delivering my own coal. Gain 1 favor. Surrey Polythene. We gain 50 echoes. Another fuel. Port Cornelian. Sometimes wonder if that place was a good idea. 30 fuel. 30 echoes. 1 fuel. Fuel's up to 16. Estival. 50 echoes. 1 fuel. Fathom King's Hold. 30 echoes. 1 fuel. That's 18. You may not have to buy any to be able to get the surface at this point, but yeah, not. Okay. Grand Geode. 10 echoes, 1 fuel. Varsas. Still think we're the barbarians, huh? 30 echoes, 1 fuel. 1 favor. I mean, yeah, we lost 1 favor with the Admiralty, but I will point out to you that the government is very keen to work with criminals that can keep their word because they can get the shit done that they want. But, yeah, we're definitely getting that damn secret one. Adam's Away, the Elder Continent. Elder than what? Pile of Mithridate nonsense, if you ask me. The Mithrites are an actual religion in the past, and according to one of you, may have been sucked down here before London. 30 echoes, 1 fuel, and 1 favor, up to 26. Demu Island. 20 echoes, 1 fuel. Okay. Now, I believe we need to check how much fuel we have. 22. That is actually enough to get into the thing, although we're going to need additional supplies to do so. Oh, still that asshole. All right. Cargo's at 33. So basically we would have to have... It's going to be tight to do this, because we can get 3 more fuel. That would be more than enough we get to there where we need to be, and I can, by what we sell the beans for, we can get more fuel on the surface, even as expensive as it is. We need to get 1 more supply, probably a couple more fuel. That's how we'd probably run it. We're not going to sell anything else, and I can't sell him to slavery, which is what I'd like to do. So, let's talk about Tales of Terror and Snippet, Neathbow, Restful Night, Beginner's Luck, Lunch Artifacts. We can sell these too if we absolutely need to. Vision of the Surface, Neathbow Iroga, Menaced Smoke of Dream. What? Well, that's great. Seek information, right click. Use. Okay. We can't actually. We need Mirrors 40. We need Mirrors 40. We need Mirrors 30. 1 moves in the great game we do not have. It's 2 strategic information. 2 strategic information. We do have Z Story. Distant Shores. We have 10. You know what we're going to do? We're going to increase our mirrors by 2. I hope we can do that. Wait. Oh, gods. Let's get to our officers and see if any of them can do that for us. I think you increase irons. Increase irons. Yep. This could be a little bit. This is probably going to have to end it, unfortunately. Mirrors and veils. Speak to... Questions. Increase veils. Oops. Officers. No, you increase veils. You probably increase hearts. Yep. Make all the doctors too. Possible few exception. You? Mirrors. There we are. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to increase our mirrors to 40. This is why I keep on keeping all the secrets in the back pocket, as it were. Now, let's get back to the hold. Let's get to the strategic information. Use. Okay, the telling detail, the teasing hint. What is this going to mean, do you think? Z stories at 1 and memory of shore. Yeah, we're going to do memory of distant shore. We've had 1 vital intelligence. We've lost 1 memory distant shore and 2 strategic information. Okay, so 1 vital intelligence means that we could probably... I say, now I'm listening. Yep, let's do it. You gained 1 supremacy, London. I'll pass this. The diplomat takes no notes and makes no sign, only listens in absolute silence and finally nods and declares, I'll pass this on to where it will do the most good. Thank you. There's no paper involved in this. The voracious diplomat serves London and has dangerous allies. Supremacy, yes. John Machine. We've gained 600 echoes, gained 3 favors, added me favors, and lost 1 vital intelligence. That's it. We're definitely giving the diplomat this stuff in the future. But yeah. Yeah, 1,200. Look, our cargo produced practically no pay. It's our intelligence operations that are doing this. Okay, you want to talk to us. London. Okay, visit the Rose Market. Probably don't have anything there because I sold a lot of our stuff. An outlandish artifact, but we actually can do this. Palace salverts and muted slippers. We can actually do this because we have 3 of them. Okay, that's cool. Lost 1 large artifact and gained 150 echoes, which is twice what the Alarming Scholar gives us, which is why I came here first. Okay. We could... let me get my stuff done here. Carouse. Oh, gods, yes, we need to do this. 1 day free. Romance. Okay. And it goes. You were unlucky. Oh, God. Walk into a back room with Gaston's lamprey head pounding. Had something to drink beyond that's a little hazy. Your knuckles are bloody. Your blood, you think. Your shirt is bloody, likewise. Probably not yours, unless your blood is slick and green. And you've had better nights out. Difficult brew, Gaston says. Lost 3 terror, lost 10 echoes. We have recent news. Oh, well. Yeah, we have to go up there below. Okay, so, right. Put your ship and then you recruit. Let's see what we've got for recruits. No one. Ooh. Okay, cool. Carouse. We don't need to carouse. Put your ship into dry dock. We may have to do that. Well, I'm not going to do it immediately because we are definitely going to be able to go up a bit. But yeah, the Alarming Scholar. You've been so helpful, I wanted to give you something the next voyage. I bottled it myself. Oh, that's nice. 2 supplies. It smells pickled, chemical, salty. Once it might have been eel flesh, but the scholar assures you that it's vital and nutritional virtues. Save it for an emergency then. Okay, cool. That actually brings us up to where we want to be. We need to get 1 more fuel, though. Oh, we need to lose something. I can't get rid of you. You are what's in my way. May have to sell the supplies and get 2 fuel. We still have to make sure we can actually get down there in time. It's still 2 supplies remaining. This is going to be a pain. Like a right pain, especially with you. Alright, so we may have to actually sell 1 of our coffees for less than what it's worth. You know, these things tend to happen. Alright, Foxfire, Wolfsnake Exchange. Got all that stuff. We know we're going to do someone in mine. And yeah, we may have to sell a couple of the coffee beans for very little profit. Okay, supplies. Not doing that, but we are, however, going to find that damned secret station immediately. Yeah, we're not selling you. You're too useful. And your snatch. Okay. It's supplies, torpedo nets. Where's the damn secret compartment? Discouragement. What? That's a big gun. Alright, so yeah. Lady beater. Torpedo nets, torpedo components. So serpentine? The hell is that? Looks good. Secure compartment. Sure nobody gets in. Against acquisitive partners and overly library cargo. That's, however, not a secret. That's station. Alright, and... Is Fabier assistance or one-shots? Oh, gods. The thing is, what are you? You equips to aft. We don't have an aft, do we? Nope, doesn't matter then. So, I was actually kind of hoping there was a secret compartment. Doesn't actually look like it. Cannon. Yeah, these are all weapons here. Let's see. Play Radis Fabus. Suppressor. Well, the suppressor we actually might want to consider. It's 800 though. And it would prevent me from overdriving and increase my veils by 3. Okay. It's a thought. But also, we've been failing a bunch of things, so any boost we can do, but we don't have an app to equip it to anyways, it doesn't matter. Ugh, we're gonna need that damn bigger ship. Yeah. Oh well. On the other hand, we have a lot of cash, even with all the crap that happened. Okay, so right then. Now the supplies we can sell. We need to keep the supplies in order to go. We need 2 to get up. We need 22 fuel, which means that we need to sell 4 of the coffee to be absolutely sure we pull this off. To get this, you get the room for it to be able to sell the 6. It's going to decrease our profits significantly, but what it's going to do is it's going to prove that we can get this done. Also, I'll turn around, grab all these supplies on the way back, fill up a hold with them actually. Then we're going to burn a couple of supplies to get down to the hell, replace all the fuel out with it, then go back to the nunnery, sell off the excess supplies, and come back here. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I'm actually considering it. So probably find out next episode. But in the meantime, yeah, we need to sell anything. No, we're not selling Searing Enigmas. I'm keeping those. You know, I like you, but I don't need the cash, and a lot of this stuff may prove to be useful elsewhere. Okay? It's not personal. Your studies. Back to the city. Purchase an elegant townhouse. That's actually something I'm considering. Rest in a room. Johnny Echo's got roastering, best stay at home, this will reduce terror. We don't actually have to worry about that. Also, room above blind helmsman. 1,000 echoes. Oh wait, the trinkets on the right there. I haven't even checked those out. Liver trinkets of the waiting man. Still a firmly sealed crate of absolutely not sour spider eggs. Well, that's a relief. Or maybe you just got lucky. Either way, you did it. You made it. All right, cool. You have another 100 echoes. You know what? The others create the Shattered Palace, and second thought, it hardly matters. Okay, so we got that at least. You don't have anything you want. No longer have anything you want. You're not buying a specimen. Not selling to you, so yeah, I think actually what we're going to do, we are going to hold off for a bit. Now, this has, again, not been my best scenario. Until next episode, we will definitely, and I mean definitely, be trying our luck at making that surface run. But for the moment, we're just kind of limping along trying to get what we need to get. So we need to be a little more... See, when I explore out there, I'm not laser focused into what I need to do. So the best thing probably would be to try to have short, quick runs with actual purposes. The exploration ones, it's great to have a profit, and all those support reports mean a lot because I don't have to really buy much fuel at this point. So yeah, so we'll hit that next time. So this is your captain, Fantastic World, saying farewell from the HMS Fantastic Voyages II, and we will see you again on the next episode of Sunless Seas, deep below Lovecraft Country. Like, share, subscribe as per usual. I'll see you next time. Bye. I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters, whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.